Hi, and welcome again to AltadenaTalks, our podcast that deals with nothing but things happening in Altadena. We are your hosts. I'm Brian Bacchus, and I'm here with Jamal Smith. And
Howdy, yo.
we are actually going to be talking to you mainly about one particular resource that rules them all, sort of like the Lord of the Rings. This is the Lord of the website, and we're just going to jump right into it, and we're going to cut the banter. So if you want to put that screen up there, Jamal, so we're not going to click on any, well, we may click on some of the links, but what we're going to do is we're going to let you know just how efficient this has come together in 2 weeks. Now, you guys notice that Hurricane Katrina and all that, they didn't deal with them for months, but with California, they've been jumping on it real quick because it's messed up, but location. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Jamal go ahead and jump in here with his you can't put that one on. You gotta change the
I know.
link. That's what I was talking about. Because it's gonna go.
Yeah, because I didn't do that. So I'm gonna just share that tab. Hold on.
No, just share it, but just take it off of like you had last time. Just go on the tab and then share. In the meantime, I'll give y'all my dance. I know, because I'm stupid. All right, so here we go. Without further ado.
Do you see it now?
Yes, I do.
All right, excellent.
You got it on full screen?
Huh?
You got it on full screen?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So one of the things we try to do is, and we've talked about, is having a resource, a place where we can get all this information from. Well, in addition to having ultimately our own place, we obviously want to share what's already out there. And one place is the County of Los Angeles, and it's their LA County Relief Funding and Resource Portal. I have the link highlighted here. It's lacounty.gov/relief. It's in all caps here. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but because it's in all caps here, I would suggest you utilize that. And then /, and it'll get you to this page. But the beauty of it is it's divided into multiple sections, right? I'll just kind of go over these. I know you could probably see them, but for those who have a small screen, we'll just go over each of them. So the first one is the first responders and county support. This is funds assisting firefighters and frontline personnel. So if you happen to know anyone that is actually helping put out the fires, or any of the frontline personnel, first responders that need some help, this is a great resource for them. Then we have the housing relief in the orange. This is for rebuilding lives, providing displaced families and individuals with housing and relocation assistance. It's a great resource. It's obviously for those who immediately were affected by the fires, because we're all a lot of these folks are trying to find places to stay temporarily. Education and community support. This one is for empowering the future, removing barriers to education and communities overcoming disaster challenges by addressing short and long-term needs. So it's a great research to, kind of be prepared for future disasters and hopefully be better prepared. Health and basic needs. This blue section is for meeting critical needs, providing essential aid, including food, shelter, mental health, and medical care. Mental health is one of those issues I've talked about a couple times, brought it up in other conversations outside of this one, and I think it's definitely something that needs to be thought about seriously for folks, because this is a very traumatic and dramatic situation that most people have never had to deal with, in their entire lives. So it's a great resource. LA Regional Worker Relief Fund. These are funds available for eligible displaced workers experiencing job loss or significant wage reductions, and help find new employment opportunities. So it could be those people helping out with medical care. So the helping out some of the elderly or some folks who are disabled. Could be housekeepers, anything along those lines. And I'm sure there's more specific jobs that I'm not thinking about, but this is a great resource for them. And this last bullet point here is the LA Regional Small Business Relief Fund. These are funds available for small business and nonprofits who lost their business or revenue and need to recover and rebuild their legacy business.
Let's click on that one real quick.
Well, I think if I go down to the bottom, it'll. Here we
Oh,
go.
is that where it takes you when you click it?
It does. It expands a little bit. So in this particular one, it looks like it has grant priorities, grant award amounts. Yeah, you want me to click on one? Let's see what they have. So let me read this. I think it goes a little bit more in depth. LA County and partners have launched an LA Region Small Business Relief Fund for small businesses and nonprofits impacted by the 2025 wind and wildfire disasters. The program will provide grants up to $25,000 for eligible applicants to access relief, start to recover, and rebuild their business in LA County, and will be administered by county-based organizations with the Department of Economic Opportunity. So the first bullet point here is granting priorities. So if I click on that, these grants will provide support for small businesses in LA County with an average annual gross receipt of $6 million or less and 100 or fewer employees directly impacted by the 2025 wind and wildfire disasters. They're eligible to apply.
So that also includes nonprofits. So majority of the nonprofits and businesses that haven't made $6 million, which are pretty much 90%,
yeah,
you qualify. And there's a $25,000 grant that you can qualify up to. So I would advise getting on here and getting your criteria in order, your applications in order. I know I'm going to be talking to the 6 nonprofit boards that I sit on to tell them to go ahead and take advantage of this. And we're going into oblivion.
We're back. I don't know why I keep clicking on that, man.
I don't know why either. I'm going Twilight Zone. We're going the outer limits. But basically, this is a great resource, and we're trying to bring you the information that you need to be able to get what you need. Now, I was on the town hall yesterday, and the website is now up. It's not complete, so I'm going to give you the link, but don't hold it against me, because you got to remember, we're doing all of this right now. I mean, as we're doing this, we're doing it. So, just bear with us, and we're going to be able to give you all this information that you see here. I'm updating it on the site daily, so that, there are a lot of people that don't have Facebook, Instagram, social media, YouTube, all that, but you can get everything on the website. So the Facebook is embedded, the YouTube is embedded. I'm still waiting on Jamal to give me his bio so I can slap him up there. He likes to remain incognito.
Yeah, I get it there eventually.
Yeah. So, well, we'll deal with that. But the website is called AltadenaTalks.com. I'm actually putting it up on the screen right now. And you can go straight to that website, and it will fulfill. Now, remember, there's some links that aren't going right now, but the hamburger menu, the menu is active. You can go see previous episodes. You can go see a lot of the different things that we're coming across. So this next link that we talked about today will be updated on the site tonight, so that by the time we get to the next episode the next day, we'll be ready. So our goal here is to bring this to you definitely at 10 on Monday through Friday. The weekends, we might not even be available. We got lives, we got families. We're trying to, do a work-life balance. Now, I will be going live on those days, but I won't be on this platform. So the whole point here is to just bring you as much information that we can so that you'll have it. So I'm going to let Jamal get back to that link I just wanted to come on here and let everybody know that the website's going to be up, so all that will be on the website as well. Basically, trying to get hopes that people will be able to grab this information and utilize it. And, we're just trying to get you to the point where you come to us as the resource. I'm not trying to be Roland Martin. I'm not trying to be CNN. I am trying to be Ted Koppel with NBC Nightly News. And these are the top stories. No, I'm not trying to do any of that. The whole point is we're just here to give you, I don't know why she does this every time. We're trying to give you the information that you need so that you can get through your day and get the resources that you need, because there's a lot of stuff out there. Like we just found out about this nonprofit stuff, and that actually benefits people I'm dealing with. So, I'm just basically glad that Jamal was able to do some research and get some of this information out to you guys, because sometimes I'm burnt out and I can't do it. In fact, I need a spa day right about now. So one of these days I'm gonna get a 12-hour do not disturb. And
I'll take one of those as well.
Yeah, I need that.
But you definitely need it before me, for sure.
Ooh, boy, I do. Jeez.
But just getting back to this, I'm not going to go over every single point. I just wanted to emphasize the detail that's on each of these tabs. Now, again, I chose this particular one because I like the layout. The colors make it a little, and the format make it a little more user friendly. So that's kind of why I used it. But again, if I scroll up to the top, each of these little sections here at the very top correspond to another section below. So if we go to the housing relief section, which I think is probably one of the biggest things for people who are displaced, it has several different locations and tabs that you can actually utilize. When you go to this page, if you guys actually utilize this, you click on each of these and they'll take you to a separate website link where you can actually get the information that you actually need. But so, for example, California Black Freedom Fund, this is Black LA Relief and Recovery Fund, the California Community Foundation, Wildlife Recovery Fund, League of California Community Foundations, Disaster Relief, Recovery and Resilience Fund. I'm just reading these for those who can't see the screen. Pasadena Community Foundation, the Eden Canyon Fire Relief and Recovery Fund, and then the United Way of Greater Los Angeles Wildfire Response Fund. Now, again, this is not a fully exhausted list of all the resources available for everybody. This just happens to be what's available on the LA County site. Okay. Then for the education section, again, there's a whole plethora of different options that are available there for you to kind of go through, some specific to specific communities like the Black community, Latino Community Foundation. They're put on by those groups, but they're available for everybody. LA Unified School District, National Forest Foundation, Pasadena Community Foundation, again, with the Eden Canyon Fire Relief and Recovery Fund, United Way again, LA County Parks Foundation, so Eden Canyon Fire Recovery, LA County Libraries, and yeah, I went through that one already.
I think this is the most comprehensive list that I have seen so far in the past 2 weeks.
Sure.
Because I have not seen anything as comprehensive as this. So thank you, Jamal, for bringing this to our attention. Because you find all this stuff and you send it to me, and I'll be like, I don't feel like looking at none of this stuff, but I look at each and every link that you send when you send it in its entirety.
Sure.
So that I'll be able to be in the know. And that's the reason why we do these podcasts. So if you don't watch, you won't know. And I'm not trying to force you to watch, but if you're from Altadena, you should be watching this podcast every day and going to catch up with the episodes. We're not clowning around here, folks. We're trying to bring you information and taking time out of our day to do the research, to bring you what you need. We're not going for the likes. We're not going for the views. We're bringing you information you can use every day. it's up to you if you want to, embrace it, accept it. I know when I go live, I get a lot of comments when I'm out in and about in Altadena. But this one to me is the most important because this is where you can get all your questions answered from stuff that we know. If we don't know it, these sites are there to help you get to the point. So, like for instance, I'm dealing with trying to help our nonprofits get funding so that we can help the community. That's the whole point of a nonprofit. A public charity is to help the public. It's not to just have something that you can go do hobnob dinners with and 5,000 plate dinners and talking about, I've been in the community doing, nobody wants to hear all that. Just get out there and do it. That's what I'm doing. I lead by example. Jamal leads by example. We're all trying to do our part. And if you're out there doing something, E-Dub, come on the show. Talk about it. Promote the group.
Let us know.
I've been inviting you. I've been inviting you a couple of times. I know you're busy. You work-life balance. I get it. But people want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, and I think it would be really good to get him on there because, we can reiterate what his group is talking about. And, I'll simplify it, right? He has one group on Facebook that is designed for folks who are wanting to rebuild, right? And then he has another group for those that don't want to rebuild, but is searching for people, particularly Black folks who are wanting to buy, so that hopefully the people we're going to sell will sell to someone that it looks like who was already in the community, and we can kind of maintain that dynamic. But I know he can go into far more depth about it because he has, he created and he's been doing this for the past, I want to say a week and a half or so. So I'd love, I hope he actually gets on one of our calls soon. That'd be really
he had FEMA coming to his house yesterday, so we couldn't even do it there yesterday. But here's the link to that site. Is that the one that you just sent me?
Yep.
So that you guys can go get this exact link that we're showing you right now. And this way, you'll be able to take advantage of all of these resources. This is not just for us in Altadena. This is for the ones that are going to, Jamal, go ahead and take over. I got to do something real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this again is a resource that is available for everybody. Brian did put up the link. Each time we come on, we're going to be talking about different resources that are available. We're going to get this one available to our website, the AltadenaTalks, and this will be up there soon. But again, this has tons of resources to it. And when it comes to funding, which is really kind of cool, especially when it comes to the small business owners and what have you. This actually has some really good resources for you. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this right now, and I'm going to kind of talk briefly about the town hall that Brian had mentioned earlier. It was the Altadena town hall, and let me actually bring up their page, because it was on YouTube. My sister-in-law, I want to thank her. For those who know, Maya Jenkins, she sent me this link, and here we go. I'll share this tab next. But as I bring up this tab, this was a phenomenal town hall, and it's on Pasadena Media is where it was, right? And if you go to the live section, there, when you look at this toolbar up here, and it's this particular one that was 12 hours ago. Now, this town hall was over 3 hours long, and I caught it an hour after it started. I was at my one of my daughter's volleyball practices, and then my sister-in-law forwarded it to a group chat, for the whole family. And this was, when I got on, it was really, really informative. So the FEMA guy got on, talked about a bunch of different things, one of which he was talking about, and this was something that was mentioned kind of a lot throughout the first few days after the GoFundMe started, he had indicated that, hey, GoFundMes are not a problem. And if you guys have this information and know it already, then good. For those who don't, there was a potential issue with the wording in GoFundMes, meaning if you say, well, let me back up, FEMA's going to give you a certain amount of money to recover your home, your cars, and the stuff basically that you lost. But if you have a GoFundMe that says, hey, help Jamal recover his car from the fire, then whatever amount you got for the car, they're not going to repeat. They're not going to double up on the money. So if you got money already for something specific, they're not going to then give you the same money. So in my example, they're not giving you money for the car. But if your GoFundMe says something to the effect of to help Jamal or to help Brian, which is the more specific to the situation, to help Brian get his life back together from the fire, that's very broad, very generic. So whatever amount he gathers or raises from that will not affect the amount of money that he could potentially get for FEMA. The other thing that kind of caught my eye, or my ear rather, when I was listening to this was that FEMA is not just for homeowners. It's actually, there is some relief, and you got to dig a little bit more specifically to FEMA to get the specifics on this. But he mentioned that it's for renters as well. So I know a lot of folks were not homeowners, and there's quite a few people who are renting, and there is relief for you as well. You just have to go to those resources and actually get the details. I'll look to get it and hopefully have this for us during one of our next shows. But
Jamal, I actually got to correct you on that because I was on the town hall meeting last night for 3 hours, and the FEMA representative came on there and said that your GoFundMe has nothing to do with what they give you. So,
he did specify about wording though. If you say, because I remember hearing this, he said if you say specifically, for example, he gave the example of a car. If you say this money is to help replace my car, and let's say it's 10 grand. That's 10 grand you're not going to get for your car. They're not going to give you money to replace the car in that instance. So he specifically said that. But we can, perhaps I misheard.
I think it was closer to the end. They weren't tripping off of it. Now your insurance company may have a problem.
Okay.
Because there were no insurance company representatives in the town hall. They were only FEMA, the Altadenan sheriff, and the fire department, and a few other council people. But I came in after you sent me the link, so it could have said that before I came in. So.
No, I came in shortly after I sent you the link too. So.
Oh.
But we'll clarify it for you guys.
But yeah, we're trying to just really jump on this and learn more, and deal with stuff. The website is going to have the next town hall scheduled meetings and stuff like that. They do these on YouTube. Jamal enlightened me. I was actually on the John Muir High School Alumni Association meeting when you sent that, because we had an emergency meeting yesterday.
Oh, okay.
What we're going to do for people keep calling me. You can't talk right now. So because we got funds that are being donated to us, and we're going to be helping John Muir alumni and students, mostly at this point alumni. So we've given an undisclosed amount of money to John Muir to help with the students. I don't think I'm at liberty to say what it is until they release it to the public, but it was a significant amount. We also, this is going to be an ongoing thing, because it's just not something that's going to be done in 2 weeks or 2 months. I mean, it's going to take up to 2 years. Like right now, up in Altadena, as I drove through yesterday, they are putting the power poles back together, So, of course, the idea of putting the power underground, because this might happen again, is not going to happen, because the infrastructure is not going to allow it. Plus, it would take longer for people to get back up there to start getting their claim adjusters up there. The EPA still has to go through there to deal with people's homes. I've been talking to people at different places I've been, restaurants, and the ones that didn't lose their homes cannot live in them because they're uninhabitable because of the fumes and the smoke and the soot and just all the particulates that are in the air or that have been embedded into their firewall. Drywall. I'm thinking computers. And then there's the ones that have the older houses that were built in 1920 that are made out of sheetrock. And there's a lot of determination and things going on right now to get this sped up. But I'm going to be going out there again after this podcast is over to show you the different areas that are being affected and what they're doing. I mean, Southern California Edison is out there like 24 hours a day, just really trying to get the power back up. So I know there's lawsuits out there and stuff like that, but hard to be in a lawsuit when all you want to do is get your stuff back to normal. Right. So just beware of the vultures. I'm just telling you again, there's going to be people coming up with these stupid offers. Remember, every property up in Altadena is going to be double its value by the time it gets rebuilt. So if your house is 1.2 million, it will be up to 2 million. If your house is 2 million, it's going to be 3. It's not because everyone will have a new home. Now, out of the 15,000 homes and structures, 9,000, like Elaine was telling us yesterday, were destroyed. So that's 9,000 new structures and homes that are going to be built. Now, of course, we don't want our neighborhood looking like Santa Clarita because that's not what Altadena is about. Hopefully, you'll get an architect that can build your house kind of the same way it looked, but just with more fire-retardant materials.
Yeah, modern.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a page out of the book for DL's shop. When I was there going live yesterday, that paint didn't even look like it was touched. I have to say, DL got the hand of God on his shop. But that Al B spot up there off of Mary Mendocino and Lake, that building has been there for 100 years. That building didn't get touched. Yeah, you know that one right across the street that it looks like from the rancho, it looks like nobody ever goes in. It's a homeless building.
Yeah.
That building didn't get singed.
Get out of here.
No. If you saw
right across the street from the dojo, right?
Yeah. Everything else got burned down, but that didn't get touched. I mean, but these are buildings that were built when quality meant something, you know, when it was, great to be able to take pride, like the downtown LA, the architecture, the design of the archways, the intricate, chiseling of it's fascinating to see, all the jewelry marks and stuff. People look at the jewelry mark. I look at the building like, wow.
Yeah, those buildings are phenomenal.
They've been standing there forever, like since LA started. Whenever they had their first skyscraper, I think the first skyscraper is still standing. I don't know which one is. I have to do some research on that and bring that to you too. We always trying to bring some historical landmark stuff, but we appreciate everybody that's come on. We're not going to do the show that long. We're going to do it 30 minutes today. It looks like we're at the 28 and a half minute mark. So if you guys have any information, please, the email will be up, info@AltadenaTalks.com. The website is up right there. And, you just put, the email is just info@AltadenaTalks.com. So that will be up in the next 10 minutes. And we're just glad that you guys are able to participate and allow us to bring you this information so that you will have what you need to get to where you need to go.
We definitely do. But please chime in. It's not just meant for us to talk. Like we keep saying, either come on board or feel free to share the information, and we'll shout you out as well.
I mean, come on and share your GoFundMe and tell us your story. Send us a video of your stuff so we can show it. I mean, we're trying to support. I put my Zelle and GoFundMe at the bottom just to get support to help keep this show going.
No doubt.
That's pretty much it. And the GoFundMe is to actually help people in the community. So with that being said, thank you very much. We appreciate everybody that came on. Thanks to Kimberly Green, Denise Keys, Quincy Bush, and Tanya Owens. Please share this And let's make Altadena great again, for lack of a better term.
Hey, no,
I have to make a shirt.
That's perfect.
All right.
All right,
Thanks
y'all.
a lot, guys.
Appreciate
Peace.
you.